Okay, so this is a key to topic 21, radicals extra 9. And in number 1, you want to determine whether the following terms are like or unlike. And then in the blank, just write the word like or unlike. Now remember, when talking about radicals and determining whether these radicals are like or unlike, remember that in order for radicals to be like terms, the indices must be the same and the radicands must be the same. So if you look at letter A, you have in your term, you have the square root of 5xy, and you also have the square root of 5xy. So the index here is 2, the index here is 2, the radicands are the same. It does not matter what the coefficient is in front of that radical. That does not matter. What matters is in this case, the indices have to be the same and the radicands have to be the same. And so in letter A, the answer is like. In letter B, notice that the radicands both have 7x's, so the radicands are alike. And again, it does not matter whether the coefficient in front of the factor in front of the radical is 2 or 5. That does not matter. What matters is the radicand. They're the same. But the issue is that the indices are different. This is cube root, this is square root. So this index is 3, this index is 2, so therefore it's unlike. Letter C, you have, now be careful. See, this time you have, they both have square root of x's and they both have x. So you have to look at any part of it that contains a variable. Don't look at the number part, the coefficient part. So if you look at, see, this is x square root of z and this is x squared root of z. So it does not matter whether you have 6, 8, 10 of these. Does not matter you have -5, -4, 18 of those. Does not matter. What matters in terms of the question, are they like or unlike, is that this has x squared root of x and this has x squared root of x. All right. So in some instances, it's not just a matter of you looking at the square root or the radical. You got to look to see if there's another variable somewhere in there. Okay. So this is like. And then over here, notice, in this situation, I guess, notice that they both have square root of 5s, but the issue is that there's a variable, one factor of x here, and there's 3 here. So the fact that this has, that's a 2 actually, I'm sorry. The fact that this has one more than this makes it unlike. So that's unlike. They have to have the same radicals. So in terms of radicals, the indices have to be the same, the radicands have to be the same. But if they have any extra variables somewhere in there, those have to be the same as well. Okay. Now, in number 2, you're going to use the idea of like and unlike to help you with number 2. So number 2, actually all of these, when you look at that, they're all going to be simplified. So the radicals are simplified. It's going to be on the next worksheet where you get to simplify some radicals. But here, if you look at letter A, you have 9 squared root of y, 2 squared root of y, and a -3 squared root of y. So all those 3 terms, there are 3 terms here, all those are like terms. So you just add their coefficients. So 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 minus 3 is 8. So you get 8 squared root of y. All right, and no work is needed in any of these. In number in letter B, you have, again, now notice you have 3 terms here, but the question is, are all 3 terms like terms? No, because even though they're all square roots, the indices are 2's. This is 3x, this is 3x, but this is x. Okay, so these are like terms, this is not. So all you can do is combine these two. So you're going to get 7. So these are like terms right here. These are your like terms. So you get 7 square root of 3x plus 2 square root of 3x is 9 square root of 3x, and then minus 5 square root of x. All right, so that's all you can do. All right, letter C, notice that both terms, there are 2 terms here, and the radicands are both the same, and the indices are the same, cube roots. They're both 3's. So 4 cube root of x minus 9 cube root of x is a negative, what's that? Negative 5 squared, cube root of x, okay? Letter D, Now be careful, letter D. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms, so you have to look at them carefully. Notice that there are radicals and there are also variables there are also variables outside the radicals. So for example, see right here, you have x fourth root of 5x. So look to see if you have anything else that says x fourth root of 5x. And you do, see right here, x fourth root of 5x, and that's about it, right? So those are like terms. So these are like terms right here. So you have 3x fourth root of 5x, and you have 2x fourth root of 5x. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you get 5x fourth root of 5x. All right, now notice these right here. See, first of all, you know that these are not like those because the radicands are different. These are 5x's, these are just x's, the radicands. But notice that also this, you can't see very well on the video, but this is x squared and this is x squared. So you have x squared square root of 5x and another term with x squared square root of x. But here you have -3 of them and a -2 of them, so it gives you a -5. So -5x squared square root of x. Okay? All right, in letter E, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 terms here. Not all of them are like term. Obviously, you can see that because not all of them have the same radicands. This is x, this is y, this is x, this is y, this is x. But they're all the same indices. They're all square roots. So that's going to be easy. There are no variables outside of the radical. So let's do the square root of x first. You have a square root of x here, a square root of x here, and a square root of x here. So those three are like terms, right? So, and don't forget, these are like as well. All right, so those are like terms. So you have 5 square root of x and 3 square root of x is 8 square root of x. 8 square root of x and a -1 square root of x is 7 square root of x. So you get 7 square root of x. And these are like terms. You have a -3 now. -3 square root of y and a +5 square root of y is a +2 square root of y. All right. And then in f, okay, so this is f. In f, this is a fifth root. You can't see it on the video, but that's fifth root, and those are square roots. So let's talk about the fifth root of x. So all the radicands are the same, but they're not all like terms. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, but the only ones that are alike are in terms of fifth root of x is this and this, and in terms of square root, it's these two. Okay? So let's do the fifth root of x first. 3 fifth root of x and a -1 fifth root of x is 2 fifth root of x. 2 square root of x and 5 square root of x is 7 square root of x. Okay, and so that was a very easy worksheet. All it was just to make sure you understand, and in very simple situations, what are like and unlike, and then knowing how to combine them. All right, so that is the key to topic 21, worksheet extra 9.